Top 10 Scariest Places You Should Never Visit. Hey everybody, it's Your Name, and welcome to a new video where we're diving headfirst into the dark side of tourism. That's right, we're talking about the places where vacation goes to die. Some places are so terrifying that even experts warn against visiting. Dare to watch. From haunted forests to islands shrouded in plague and whispers, these destinations are not for the faint of heart. So, grab your nightlight, maybe a security blanket, and let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off in France, the land of love, baguettes, and millions upon millions of skeletons. Yeah, you heard me right. Beneath the charming streets of Paris lies a labyrinth of tunnels stretching for miles. And if the thought of getting lost in the dark isn't bad enough, just imagine being surrounded by the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians. They say the very air down there is heavy with the weight of so many souls. And who are we to argue with they? I'm just saying, I've seen enough horror movies to know that bone piles are never a good sign. Next up, we're hopping over to Mexico, a country known for its vibrant culture, rich history, and stunning landscapes. But today, we're diving into something a bit more eerie and mysterious, where sunshine and good vibes take a hard left turn into the realm of the supernatural and the spine-chilling. Just south of Mexico City, nestled among the tranquil yet mysterious canals of Xochimilco, lies a tiny island with a seriously unsettling claim to fame. This place is not your typical tourist destination. It's called Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of the Dolls. The name itself sends shivers down the spine, doesn't it? Now, you might be picturing some cute little tourist trap, but trust me, this is the stuff of nightmares. Imagine an island where every step you take is watched by hundreds of lifeless eyes. The island is covered, and I mean absolutely plastered, with hundreds, maybe thousands of decaying dolls. These aren't your average dolls. They're weather-beaten, missing limbs, and have an eerie, almost sinister presence. They hang from trees, peer out from broken windows, their lifeless eyes watching your every move. It's as if the island itself is alive, with the dolls acting as its silent, creepy sentinels. Local legend says the dolls are possessed by the spirit of a young girl who drowned in the canals. The story goes that a man named Don Julian Santana found her body and shortly after discovered a doll floating nearby. He hung the doll on a tree as a sign of respect, but soon realized that one doll wasn't enough. Over the years, he added more and more dolls, believing that they were inhabited by the spirits of the dead. Visitors claim that at night the dolls come to life, whispering to each other in the dark. Some even say they've seen the dolls move or change positions. Don Julian dedicated his life to this eerie collection, turning the island into a macabre shrine. After his death in 2001, the island became a popular, albeit creepy, tourist attraction. People from all over the world come to see this bizarre spectacle, leaving offerings and adding their own dolls to the collection. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there's no denying the unsettling atmosphere of the Island of the Dolls. It's a place where the line between the living and the dead seems to blur, and where every rustle of the wind feels like a whisper from another world. So, if you ever find yourself in Mexico, and you're brave enough, take a trip to the Island of the Dolls. Just be prepared for an experience that will haunt you long after you've left. Chapter 3. From dolls to demons, our next stop takes us to the base of Mount Fuji in Japan, to a place known as Aokigahara, or the Sea of Trees. Now, this dense forest might seem serene at first glance, but it carries a heavy and deeply unsettling history. Aokigahara is often referred to as the suicide forest, a place where many have gone to end their lives. This tragic history has, according to some, imbued the forest with a dark energy. Visitors have reported feeling overwhelming sadness, disorientation, and some even claim to have witnessed strange apparitions within the trees. Chapter 4. Now, if you're thinking, hey, maybe an island getaway is what I need after all that, well, hold your gondolas, because our next destination is going to make you want to stay firmly on dry land. We're heading to Italy, but not for the pizza and pasta. No. We're talking about Poveglia Island, a small island located in the Venetian lagoon. Poveglia has a history that's as dark as its shores are supposedly cursed. This island is shrouded in mystery and fear, with tales that have been passed down through generations. This island served as a quarantine zone during the Black Death, one of the most devastating pandemics in human history. It's estimated that over 150,000 people died there, their lives cut short by the relentless plague. Their bodies were burned in massive pyres or tossed into plague pits, creating an atmosphere of death and despair that still lingers today. If that wasn't horrifying enough, the island later housed a mental asylum, adding another layer of darkness to its already grim history. It's rumored that cruel experiments were conducted on patients, with stories of torture and inhumane treatments that would make anyone shudder. The asylum was eventually abandoned, but the eerie remnants of its past still stand, a haunting reminder of the suffering that took place there. Many believe that the island is haunted by the spirits of those who perished there. Ghostly apparitions and eerie sounds are often reported by those who dare to visit. The island's dark reputation has made it a focal point for paranormal investigators and thrill-seekers alike. Today, Poveglia Island remains abandoned, its buildings slowly being reclaimed by nature. The overgrown vegetation and decaying structures add to the island's haunting beauty, making it a place of both historical significance and eerie allure. While it's not a typical tourist destination, Poveglia Island continues to captivate the imagination of those who hear its story. Whether you're fascinated by history, intrigued by the paranormal, or simply drawn to the macabre, Poveglia Island offers a chilling glimpse into a past filled with tragedy and mystery. So the next time you find yourself in Venice, take a moment to look out over the lagoon and remember the dark tales of Poveglia Island. It's a place where history and legend intertwine, creating a haunting narrative that will linger in your mind long after you've left its shores. Chapter 5. And finally, we're wrapping things up in the good old US of A, in a place that inspired one of the most iconic horror films of all time. The Stanley Hotel, located in Estes Park, Colorado, is not just any ordinary hotel. It has a rich history and an eerie charm that has captivated the imaginations of many, including the legendary author Stephen King. Nestled in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado stands the Grand Stanley Hotel, a majestic structure that offers breathtaking views and an air of mystery. Built in 1909 by Freelan Oscar Stanley, the hotel was originally intended to be a luxurious retreat for the wealthy. However, over the years, it has gained a reputation for being one of the most haunted places in America, a place where luxury and terror apparently go hand in hand. The hotel's opulent interiors, with their grand staircases and elegant chandeliers, contrast sharply with the eerie tales that surround it. Guests have often reported feeling an inexplicable chill in the air, as if they are being watched by unseen eyes. Stephen King himself drew inspiration for The Shining after a stay at the Stanley. In fact, it was during a night at the hotel that King had a terrifying dream about his young son being chased through the corridors. This dream became the seed for his famous novel, which was later adapted into a classic horror film, and let's just say the hotel definitely lives up to its spooky reputation. Over the years, countless guests have shared their own ghostly encounters, adding to the hotel's mystique. From shadowy figures seen in the hallways to unexplained noises in the dead of night, the Stanley Hotel continues to be a hotspot for paranormal activity. Guests have reported disembodied laughter echoing through the hallways, often in the dead of night when the hotel is at its quietest. This eerie phenomenon has left many visitors feeling both intrigued and unnerved. Phantom children playing in the corridors, their ghostly giggles sending shivers down the spines of those who hear them. These spectral children are said to be the spirits of young guests who once stayed at the hotel, forever trapped in a state of play. And even the ghostly sounds of a piano playing in the dead of night. The music, often described as hauntingly beautiful, seems to come from nowhere, adding to the hotel's otherworldly atmosphere. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, there's no denying that the Stanley Hotel has an undeniable allure that continues to draw visitors from all over the world. So there you have it, folks. 5 destinations that are more likely to give you nightmares than Instagram-worthy vacation pics. Think you have the courage to visit any of these places? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more spine-chilling content. Until next time, sleep tight, and don't worry, it's probably just the wind. Probably.